What is up, everyone? OliveGrummer here, and if you are noticing, or if you're watching this on YouTube, obviously this is live. On Twitch, I'm doing the live reactions separate, not on YouTube, and then I'll upload the review to YouTube itself. So if you guys want to tune in on the live discussion, all you got to do is follow on the Twitch channel itself and join in on the live discussion. As you know by the title, obviously this is One Piece Chapter 908 review. What's up, Ahmed Clash, or 4HMEV Clash? How you doing? We are definitely about to go over some spoilers for One Piece Chapter 908. Wow, I totally got dyslexia right there. So if you have not read the chapter or if you are anime only, you have been warned. This is going to be spoilers on top of spoilers on top of spoilers. So let's go ahead and jump into the review. I think the guy related to Corazon will die by the hands of the Gorosei, probably. Well, he's also related to Doflamingo as well, because they're brothers. But let's go ahead and discuss some chapter notes straight from the Wikia, just so I don't forget to talk about anything. And as we go through the notes, I'll explain my thoughts on what happened. Mosgard promises to protect Shirahoshi during the reverie. That's dope. He might end up dying, like you said. Now, I thought that was pretty funny when Leo was like, does that mean we can fight everyone else? And like, you know how he yells and he gets pumped up? And then you could see Mosgard just, yeah, I'll take the blame. So I thought that was pretty funny to see that in there. A little bit of Oda humor as well. I still hope Masked Man is Corazon. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Corazon is super dead. He reminds me of, I don't know, he looks like Gil Tesoro by the eyes. But we'll talk about that towards the end. Bartholomew. I shouldn't have read that. I shouldn't have read it. I read it and just messed myself up. Bartholomew. Yeah, because it's Mew. Kuma is currently a slave to rent for the world nobles, and he is currently being rented by Saint Roseward, who appears for the first time since Shibodi. Now, it's one of those things where I obviously did not expect this at all. Like, I first saw the outline and the silhouette, and I was like, wait a second, is that who I think it is? That is true. That is true, Xanax. It is a crossover. That would be the ultimate crossover. But basically, them renting out Kuma is absolutely, like, what the heck? He not only, like, I don't know if we knew this beforehand, but we knew, or we find out, if we didn't know about it now, that he was a king of a kingdom. And the reason why he's being rented out is because no matter what, like, no matter who you are, even if you're a king or, I'm not going to say royalty, because in saying royalty, I'm thinking of the world nobles, but the celestial dragons. But even if you're a king and royalty of a island, it doesn't matter who you are. They're gonna make a lesson out of you. They're gonna teach you not to mess with the world government. But it was so funny when Sabo was like, how could they do that to the gentle Kuma? But we also know him as the tyrant. So you've got some conflicting statements here. But yeah, it's just one of those things where I was very, very, like, I was shocked when I saw that. And I mean, he's got swords in him. He's got a bunch of wounds, and since he's not human, or he's not fully human, he can't retaliate, because we know Kuma himself, he could definitely easily break that chain off and just dip, because he can move at the speed of light as well. What's your opinion on Gang of Four Entertainment? I don't know what that is, to be honest with you. Loud Thunder in Georgia. It's making its way up here for sure. Tyrants of Celestials, gentle to the people. That could be it. That could be why he's called the Tyrant. Kuma is revealed to be the former king of Sorbet Kingdom, which is the same thing, same place that BOnney said she was from, if I'm not mistaken. There's a Discord for that. Fair enough. There's definitely a Discord for that. Now, another thing is I was very shocked to see Jewelry BOnney. I didn't realize the lipstick that she had on when it was like, Queen so-and-so, what are you doing here? You can't be here. And then Homeboy steps up and... I forgot his name. What's his name? Not Roseward, the other dude, his son, steps up and it's like, yeah, I'm dying, blah, blah, blah. Dang that weird Don Quixote... Mosgard, they're weird, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going off on a tangent now. Basically, Homeboy steps up, Jewelry BOnney sneaks in, and she's pissed at how Kuma's being treated. So I'm sure there's some backstory behind there. We haven't seen BOnney since she got captured by...
I gotta win.
Netter, be quiet. We haven't seen BOnney since, was it captured by Blackbeard, and then also even after that when he defeated Doflamingo, when Luffy defeated Doflamingo, she was eating that pizza and was like, hey, I'm proud of them. So I don't know. And then she was also crying tears for Kuma as well. So there's got to be some backstory between them. Charlos, thank you. Jinx Natter. Yeah, that's true. Jinx. Neftari Cobra discusses something with Riku, Dold, and Admiral Fujitora. Riku is the dude, the Dressrosa King. Now, the reason why I think they discussed the Dressrosa King and Fujitora discussed things together is because they obviously have some sort of similarity. The similarity is Luffy saved their kingdom. With that being said, what did they talk about? I have no idea. It's just one of those things where we just gotta wait. You won? Natter just won in victory, or in Fortnite. Congrats. But I want to know what they talked about, because Fujitora does not... He's an admiral that does not hate Luffy. It's one of those things where he respects Luffy, almost similar to kind of how Smoker does. Oh, and I don't know if I'll say they respect him, but they respect what he did and how they saved the kingdoms and stuff like that. They talked about the warlords. I think they talked about the warlords as well. That's definitely something that came up in the conversation. It's going to be very interesting to see what they talked about, and I hope we learn more as well. And not only that, Cobra also requested to talk to the Gorosei. I don't trust them, especially after the last few panels. We'll talk about that in a second. Sabo, Morley, Lindbergh, and Karasu plan to rescue Kuma. I cannot wait for that. I didn't realize that's the only reason why they were there. But Sabo was like, yeah, this is why we're here. And the panel where he's like, it's do or die. There's no, if we get caught, it's succeed or die. That's dope. So I guess it's going to be similar to when Luffy kind of waged war in the world government when they shot the flag. So I think them rescuing Kuma is going to be their waging war at the world government. So that's kind of one of those things where we'll have to see how it goes. But I am excited to see what happens then. The reverie begins, and Hamburger is appointed the chairman for this meeting. Hamburger. Hollywood Hamburger. That's what it was, I think. Have you seen Hot Fuzz? Natter, you've seen Hot Fuzz. I've seen Hot Fuzz. Yeah, it's a great movie. So he's appointed chairman for the meeting, and then we had the Hitler-looking dude, which was very racist. The antagonists of that movie remind me of the Gorosei. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Im, the mysterious person first seen in chapter 906, appears again. Im sits in the empty throne. And he and the 5 elders bow before him and ask the individual about a light to extinction. Blackbeard's bounty picture is seen for the first time, though the bounty was not shown. That is true, actually. That's a good point. That must have been before he was... Well, I know. I guess he is. Even if he is a Yonko, he still has a bounty. I was confusing him with Warlord. Now, another thing we got to think about as well is the fact that Im had a sword. Now, him having a sword is very interesting, because now I'm starting to think this dude might be the final the final target, the final war, the final everything that we talk about. It could be Zoro versus him at the very end. Because he had a sword, he was the one that cut up the posters. Now what if Mihawk told him like, yo, I'm not the best swordsman. I'm second best. Which only Mihawk knows about this, and now Zoro knows about this and stuff like that. So that's something we got to think about as well, because we all know everyone's goal in One Piece is this and that. Now another thing is another thing we need to talk about is the Gorosei are not the all-powerful people, and I think they obviously are the cause of the, what is it, the era, the oh goodness, the era that Robin wants to do research on. Crap, let me know, Xanax, because I totally forgot what that era is called. But yes, that era, I think they're the cause of it. I don't know how old the Gorosei are. I don't have any theories or anything like that, but they are obviously not the strongest in the world. I think Im is the strongest in the world. Lucci and Sabo could team up. That would be pretty dope. I would love to see that happen. The Void Sentry. Thank you. Yes. So I think they caused the Void Sentry because they were talking about a light to extinguish. There's somebody that needs to be erased from history. Very familiar to the Void Sentry itself. Now, obviously we're going to learn more about it later on, but this is Oda foreshadowing. And if there's one thing he does well, it's foreshadowing. And we might not know what happens for another 500 chapters. So, if you think about it, that's really not that much. That's 2 years, really. So we could learn about this stuff in 2 years. So with that being said, he also sits on the throne, which was very, very interesting to see. So he must be the all-powerful person. Whatever he says goes. He might still be one of the original 20 creators, something like that. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on with him. I don't have any theories except for whatever he says goes, like the Omni King almost, or the Grand Priest or something like that. So with that being said, I don't have any theories, but a better immortal devil fruit could be canon. Exactly. But based off of his silhouette and his eye, he reminds me of Gil Tesoro. But I mean, obviously, there's no correlation unless like Gil Tesoro's frame is made canon, but not actually him himself. Any final theories or anything like that? Nope. I think Xanax has the final say. The letter of it was an A, and I think he named it a 94, if I'm not mistaken. 94. I definitely agree it was a 94 as well. Because we're just learning stuff. We're learning stories and things like that we never knew about as well. And I cannot wait to see Jewelry Bonnie in action. I would love to see Jewelry Bonnie join the Revolutionaries. That would be awesome. Because the way she feels for Kuma, and the way she snuck into the world government, and we don't know why or anything like that, but we just know she snuck in on her own. I don't know why, but it's gonna go good ways from here. I've got no new theories for once. Yeah, I guess my prediction will be that Bonnie will join the Revolutionaries. But other than that, I don't really have any other predictions as well. I need to start doing actual theories and stuff like that. I've had a few in mind that I want to do. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the recording. Thank you guys so much for watching. But I'll keep the live stream going for a couple minutes. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.